WCBI News at 10 starts now.
Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Tommy Lopez. The future of OCH Regional Medical Center was a topic tonight at a discussion. It was at the meeting of the Oktibbeha County Board of Supervisors. People there have started a petition that would allow them to have a voice in the board's decision to either sell or keep the Oktibbeha County Regional Hospital. They needed 1,500 signatures to move forward. They now have nearly 2,000. The signatures were turned in tonight. The circuit clerk got them today. And representatives of OCH went before the Board of Supervisors to make them aware.
We presented those certified documents, and by statute now it should go to a vote to the people, and that's exactly what we wanted, that any decision with the hospital should go to the people.
Now, since they were presented to the board unofficially, we just took them under advisement. And so it'll be left up to the board to decide whether we're going to move forward to the next step. And that could be actually validating them from a board standpoint, and or going a step further and perhaps doing two things. You know, we can set on everything and kill everything, or we could, look at the possibility of setting, an election.
And Traynor said the board's legal team is expected to meet with representatives from OCH sometime this week. They'll be discussing possible options to move forward. There are new discussions tonight about longstanding alcohol laws in parts of North Mississippi. People in Calhoun County are making a push to get a question on the ballot this year. Tonight, people discussed possibly changing the laws in the Dry County. This was at a meeting in Vardaman. Organizers have a petition to try to bring alcohol sales to a vote. They're aiming for more than 2,000 signatures and a spot on the November ballot. They're taking donations for advertising for their cause. Supporters say that the legal sales in Pittsboro are hurting businesses in other towns.
The tax dollar would be good because we're losing all of it to counties are surrounding us, and so we're trying to, that will be a nice thing, but that's not why I started that. I started because of the restaurant was, having trouble competing with the one that can sell alcohol.
Opponents say that the county should stay dry because of problems like drunk driving and alcohol abuse. Another public meeting is set for tomorrow night, and that'll be in Calhoun City. Not only do candidates for mayor and local county seats run campaigns for elections, but coroners do as well. One area coroner is switching her political party. Lee County's Carolyn Green goes to the GOP today. We reported her intentions Thursday. Today it's official. Elected officials like U.S. Representative Trent Kelly and State Senator Chad McMahon were on hand to welcome her there.
Things in Lee County have changed. Things in the United States have changed. And so, like I said, I just feel like I align more with the value system of the Republican Party, but I will continue treating everybody in Lee County the same, whether they're Democratic, Republican, Independent, it does not matter.
Green has served as coroner for 13 years. She will run next for re-election 2 years from now. Chief Meteorologist Keith Gibson joins us now for a look at our weather tonight.
Hey Tommy, right now we are looking at some quiet conditions earlier today. Same story, warm and dry and sunny. That was our Alpha Insurance time lapse from Tupelo today. We topped out in the mid-80s, and right now we are looking at mid-60s to low 70s across the board here. Fairly tranquil out there on our Monday evening. Tomorrow, find one of those, a pool. It's going to be warm. 8 o'clock, sunny and 70 by noon, mid-80s, around 90 are forecast high. So toasty on Tuesday. It's going to be warm all week long, Tommy. More in just a few minutes. Back to you.
Keith, thank you. One of the men facing a charge in a deadly Lowndes County home invasion has pleaded guilty. Cameron Merriweather will now spend 40 years in jail. He pleaded guilty there to second-degree murder. His sentencing was in Lowndes County Circuit Court today. William Stallings was shot and killed in 2011 at a home on Harrison Road. Merriweather was one of two men facing a charge. A jury convicted Joshua Taylor of capital murder in this case. 3 others face accessory charges. The mother of an Attala County toddler pleaded guilty today to a murder charge. Sheriff Tim Nail says then 27-year-old Tammy Mann is facing 35 years in prison now after pleading guilty to second-degree murder. This was in a Winston County courthouse today. Her 18-month-old daughter, Jasmine Irwin, died in 2015, suffering a fractured skull, bruises, and burns to her feet. Shortly after the child's death, relatives say that man told them the child fell. Man and the child's father, Jasper Irwin, have 4 children together. Family members told us in 2015 that the other 3 children are in foster care. Crews pulled a man's body from the Luxapalila Creek this morning. Now investigators are trying to figure out how he died. His body was a little more than 500 yards from the Luxapalila Park boat landing. Lowndes County Coroner Greg Merchant says that there will be an autopsy tomorrow. He says the man has been tentatively identified, but the family has not received word. The Lowndes County Sheriff's Department is handling the initial investigation. And a murder investigation in Lee County continues tonight. The sheriff there believes someone killed Molly Gladney. Jim Johnson told us they found her body Sunday night in the carport of her Shannon house. Deputies went there to answer an alarm call. Johnson says that there was evidence that shows that there was a struggle there. We're continuing to follow the events that led to the death Sunday of a man riding a bike in Starkville. 54-year-old John J. Burrell died after a car hit him on Highway 25. He was unresponsive when crews arrived. His body will go to the Mississippi Crime Lab for an autopsy. And that collision is still under investigation tonight. WCBI has now obtained home surveillance video of a suspected burglar in Tupelo. Tupelo police are asking for the public's help in identifying this man. Sunday, officers responded to a burglary complaint at Orchid Circle. They found out that there were several homes that had been broken into. This video surveillance captures this man. Investigators want to question him in connection with these burglaries. It's pretty high-quality video there. If you know who he is, Tupelo police ask that you call them, or Crime Stoppers of Northeast Mississippi. A fire at a Starkville gas station injured one person this morning before it was contained. A Mississippi Department of Transportation worker went to the hospital for burn treatment. This happened at the Sprint Mart here, just off Highway 12 West. Investigators say a tractor and the gas pumps next to it were fully engulfed in flames. Starkville Fire Marshal Mark McCurdy has ruled the fire accidental. He says the MDOT worker was driving the tractor when the mower clipped the gas pump, causing a break in the pipes.
When he stepped down off the tractor and reached his hand towards the nozzle of the gas pump, static electricity from his body to the pump where the fuel had spilled out ignited. And then from there, you had a big fireball that caught the tractor on fire and caught the gas pumps and the awning of the gas station on fire.
And the driver was on fire, but he stopped, dropped, and rolled, just like we're taught, and that put the fire out. McCurdy says that built-in safety system there at the store prevented that fire from being much, much worse.
Thousands of lightning strikes with these storms rumbling across the upper Great Lakes here. We have limited rain chances in the near term, but maybe a little bit of rain later this week. The full forecast is next.
Your first alert weather forecast with Chief Meteorologist Keith Gibson.
We had some pancakes in the sky earlier today. Fluffy white pancakes, these pancake cumulus clouds. We had warm air rising, producing the clouds, but there was a relatively warm, stable layer of air in the atmosphere today, and it really capped the growth of these clouds, and they expanded vertically, not really expanded horizontally, not really vertically. That's what I'm trying to say. Suffice to say, it was a quiet day around here. There are those clouds in motion today with our Alpha Insurance time lapse from downtown Columbus. Absolutely amazing. Temperatures in the mid-80s today. We have been warm. It will get a little bit warmer as we go throughout the next couple of days. Currently in Columbus, 67 degrees. The wind is calm, and it's going to be a quiet night. Down to around 60 if you live in one of those low-lying sheltered spots, maybe into the upper 50s here. And then we are back into the upper 80s for you in Boonville and Tupelo, 89 degrees. Same story in Houston and Starkville. Columbus, about 90 in Macon. And over here in the West Alabama, too, upper 80s to around 90. Mostly sunny, and then maybe a few friendly clouds. I think we are dry tomorrow. Actually, let's just say we are dry tomorrow. We are dry tomorrow and Wednesday, and then our rain chances will bubble on up. Now, just limited opportunities Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Our next best chance for more widespread moisture probably on Sunday. Just some ground clutter out there. This is our live Doppler radar network in downtown, or in northeast Mississippi and West Alabama. This is the United States view. You can see these complexes of storms across the upper Great Lakes, the High Plains. Numerous reports of hail and wind today in those areas. The strong storms will be out here across the High Plains and the Great Lakes tomorrow, and that will stay away. The strong stuff will stay away because we have high pressure anchored down here in the southeast with this dry air. The rosy colors here, very dry air. That's why it was so sunny today. And ditto that for tomorrow. Now, the moisture will creep back in here later this week starting Thursday, so that will be just enough fuel to team up with the heat to give us a chance for some of these spotty showers and storms, mainly during the daytime heating Thursday, Friday, and Saturday if we're going to get them. Not everybody will, but consider yourself lucky if you do see a little bit of rain during the work week. Upper 80s to low 90s here, Tommy. Those overnight lows will creep up because we'll have more moisture in the air. So tonight, still comfortable, a little bit more uncomfortable later this week at night. Definitely during the day, warm and sticky here, and there's that better rain chance on Sunday.
Yeah, we're looking at some consistent summer weather now.
Yes.
So low
Love
80s.
it. Love it or hate it. Summer.
Yeah, low 80s, maybe still a potential, but more or less like we're talking about, we're in it. We're in the summer
We're in the
pattern now.
thick of it, and the humidity is just going to keep on going higher and higher as the summer gets closer. It's still spring.
It is technically still
Technically spring.
but 90 probably tomorrow.
Feels like summer.
All right, Keith, thank you very much. He's been lighting up pitchers all season. Now a Diamond Dog is in the running for the state's top baseball honor. Robbie has the story coming up in sports.
Watching WCBI News at 10 with Tommy Lopez.
In tonight's Health Talk with Baptist, Baptist is looking at the importance of donating blood.
Hi, I'm Sandy Kilburn, medical technologist and supervisor of the blood bank at Baptist Memorial Hospital Golden Triangle. I want to talk to you about the importance of donating blood. Why are blood donors important? Here are some statistics. Every 2 seconds, someone in the United States needs blood. More than 38,000 donations are needed every day. 1 of every 10 hospital admissions needs blood. About 14 million units of blood are transfused each year in the United States. Nearly 21 million blood components are transfused each year in the United States. It is estimated that sickle cell disease affects 90 to 100,000 people in the United States. About 1,000 babies are born with the disease each year. Sickle cell patients can require frequent blood transfusions throughout their lives. More than 1 million people are diagnosed with cancer each year and require almost daily transfusions during their chemotherapy treatments. The blood used in an emergency is already on the shelves before the event occurs. A single car accident victim can require as many as 100 units of blood. The blood type most often requested by hospitals is type O. Join us next time for Health Talk with Baptist when we will discuss some myths about blood donation.
Mail your topic suggestions to healthtalk@wcbi.com. Health Talk has been brought to you by Baptist Memorial Hospital Golden Triangle.
And Baptist Memorial Hospital will have a blood drive Friday in Columbus from 11 a.m. to 6 in the evening. It'll be at the Outpatient Pavilion Conference Center. Coming up, we're going to hear from the Ole Miss softball team ahead of their regional in Oxford. That's next in sports.
It's WCBI Sports with Robbie Donahoe.
The astronomical rise of Ole Miss softball has been extraordinary, and their run just may be beginning as the Rebels are gearing up to host a regional as a national seed coming up this weekend. Head coach Mike Smith and star pitcher Caitlin Lee know that from here on out, opponents will take them seriously and view them as a major threat.
We've kind of an overnight sensation. I mean, the girls were trending on Twitter. I mean, Caitlin Lee's turned into a rock star overnight. I mean, when you get Jenny Finch tweeting you in the middle of a game, that's pretty impressive. So, you know, we like the underdog role, and I told the girls, you know, sometimes when the target's not on your back, you can play loose, but when the target's on your back, it makes it much more fun. And so we're embracing the moment.
I myself love being the underdog. I think that everybody can say that on our team. So, I mean, it's not really handling it psychologically. It's I think you got to carry yourself a certain way, and you got to enjoy it, and you have to stay humble about it.
So the Rebels will have that Oxford Regional starting on Friday, late night game for Ole Miss. They'll take on Southern Illinois, Arizona State, North Carolina in the first game of the day. Mississippi State will be headed west. They'll be in Salt Lake City, Utah. Now there's regional starts on Thursday as Utah hosts their regional, but the Bulldogs will play BYU in the first game. And can't forget about Alabama, the Crimson Tide, the 16th ranked national seed. They'll take on Albany, and Minnesota is a team you want to keep an eye on. They were 54-3 this year, so the Golden Gophers, darn good team. It'll be tough for Alabama to get out of there, but Tuscaloosa should be a good regional as well. Plenty of great softball coming up through this weekend. To baseball, no surprise here. MSU's Brent Rooker was named a finalist for the 2017 Ferris Trophy, given to the top baseball player collegiately in the state of Mississippi. The winner will be announced May 22nd. Rooker joins Delta State's Zach Shannon and Southern Miss's Taylor Braley, Matt Wallner, and Dylan Bordeaux. As finalists, Rooker hitting .400 this year with an SEC high 20 home runs so far. And by the way, Zach Shannon at Delta State, he has a .451 batting average with 18 home runs. Statesman got the top seed in the South region for the D2 NCAA tournament. Speaking of the Bulldogs, they are second in the SEC West divisions. You can sort of throw them out the window now. They don't really mean too much. We don't really celebrate division championships. For Mississippi State, if you want to win the Southeastern Conference or take a share of it, Bulldogs are going to have to sweep LSU or possibly take 2 or 3, and they need Kentucky to take 2 or 3 at Gainesville. Ole Miss is making up a little bit of ground. They were able to take 2 or 3 from Texas A&M, which was big time, so the Rebels making a little progress in that regard. The newest college baseball polls are out. Mississippi State, 13th in the country. Florida is your highest-ranked team. Ole Miss is receiving votes. Keep an eye on Southern Miss. Hattiesburg may be in position to host a regional. The Golden Eagles have been playing their socks off lately down at the Berg. MSU, by the way, is in the top 15 in the other 5 major polls. And the other poll, if you want to throw that in there, the National Collegiate Baseball Writers Association, they are 13th as well in that poll. The Bulldogs will be at home throughout the week. Midweek game against Troy, and then LSU will be a Thursday through Saturday series again. MSU, if they want to at least get a share of the SEC title or have a chance to get a share of the SEC title, at the very least, more than likely, you're going to take 2 or 3 from LSU. Ole Miss is going to have a chance to possibly win all 4. The way that tailspin's going for the Tigers of Auburn, Ole Miss could go to the Plains and sweep the Tigers. We'll have to wait and see, but before that, Ole Miss will be on the road at Arkansas State. We'll have highlights of every game coming up this week. Not of Arkansas State, but for most of the games featuring Ole Miss and Mississippi State. To high school baseball now, the state championships down at Trustmark Park in Pearl officially begin tomorrow afternoon. Our very own Jonathan Flippo will make the trip down to Pearl for the Tuesday games, and yours truly will be there on Wednesday for all of our area teams. We got 7 area teams, because we got an all-area 1A state championship featuring Nanawayo and Smithville. These are the games coming up tomorrow, by the way. Moorville will take on Seminary in 3A. Oxford, by the way, a report came out tonight that the Oxford Chargers will not have their assistant coaches for games 1 and 2 stemming from an incident after their win over New Hope on Saturday. Head coach Chris Bauman will be on the sideline, or will be in the dugout and will be with the team, but the assistant coaches will not be with the team as they have been suspended for 4 days following the incident at New Hope. On Wednesday, 2A, 4A, 6A, East Union, Core, and Tupelo all playing. The Golden Wave found out tonight they will take on the Admirals. Now, the Tuesday, Wednesday games will not be televised, but they will be streaming online. For more information on that, you can go to our website at WCBI.com. The Thursday games will be on My Mississippi. That's our cable over-the-air only channel, so if you have antenna or you have cable, you can get My Mississippi, and there's your Friday games as well. If there's Saturday games necessary, they'll start at 10 a.m. if we need 4. We'll see what happens. It's going to be crazy down there. That's it for sports. We'll get a last look at your forecast when we come back.
All right, Tommy, we are going to be warm. We are going to be sunny for the next 2 days. Rain chances return on a limited basis starting Thursday. You will notice an uptick in humidity, a little bit more uncomfortable. Those overnight lows will get a little bit warmer. Best rain chance here on Sunday.
Anyone with access to a pool the next 2 days.
Pool
pretty
party
good.
time, yep.
Yeah, pretty good chances. All right, Keith, thank you. And thank you for joining us. The Late Show with Stephen Colbert is coming up next.